What's good, fam? It's your boy Rank Up, and today I'm back with another video. Now, in this video, I'm going to be talking about the Trigun animated movie Badlands Rumble that came out in 2011. Now, I know I shouldn't be reviewing this movie before I review the series officially, so if you see this, this is a brand new segment. This is a brand new thing, so yeah, keep your eyes out open. Yeah, don't get it confused, don't get it twisted. I just been a little sloppy lately, but fuck it. Yeah. Alright, so we're reviewing this movie. So those of you don't know, man, Trigun is pretty much a classic anime adaptation. Now, the adaptation itself is very, very dated from a manga standpoint, but it works and it created a cult following of its time. It came out at like 97, I believe, 26 episodes. It's a really, really good show, man. Like, please, if you haven't checked this out, but this isn't for the series. Like I said, this video is for the movie itself. It's more so the DLC, if you think about it that way. Alright, so basically Trigun Badlands Rumble is a 2011 film that was animated by the studio Madhouse, and I gotta say, this movie is really, really enjoyable. Although it's not necessarily canon or relevant to the main story in any way, shape, or form, just think of it as an extended episode of Trigun that's really just bonus material, because it's just a fun little side adventure. It's a lot of things, and even though it's a side adventure, they still put their A game within the presentation and how they present it, and really carried on this work. Extended episode with a bigger budget, everything's going to be a lot grander and a lot more smooth, and I appreciate, like I said, I just love that everyone brings their best foot forward for this movie. It's very, very short, to be honest. Like, it's like 86 minutes, but it's a good, fun experience the whole way through. Alright, so we have our story. It starts off 20 years before the main series, be honest. We have this robber. His name is Gasback. He's this life on the edge, philosophical dude who offers a pretty good perspective, a pretty good point of how to live life. He says everything is a struggle of resources, and he'd rather indulge a life full of, excitement, enjoyment, and fulfillment by being a robber, and really just living life as an outlaw. Therefore, he can never really be like another average Joe that just basically have their lives controlled by situations, since he's always taking from somebody else's plate. He'll always be able to eat, and he always can be able to move forward. There's never going to be a struggle per se for him. The way I just described this guy, you would think that he'd be the perfect person to be in the most slimiest posses and the most low down dirty criminals, right? Well, that's where you're wrong. See, now we meet Gasback's crew, and Gasback's crew is just pretty much fed up with Gasback's actions. Basically, Gasback is the Joker, and this crew is the crew who want their pay. They want their cut. They're tired of living life on the edge, on the run, just being outlaws and stuff like that. They just really want a normal life, settle down, whatever score they have. But Gasback's too busy being caught up in the moment. He blows all the money into the next job and the next job and the next job, and they're just getting sick of it, so they decide to betray him this night. But coincidentally enough, Gasback and the crew had crossed paths with Vash the Stampede, and him being, witness to this whole robbery taking place, he wants to make sure that everybody comes out unscathed, and this is the biggest mistake of his life. Instead of letting Gasback kill his crew and, take the money, he spares the crew. Vash intervenes, allows the crew to get away, and Gasback's robbery to be ruined. And this sets off a chain of events that starts in the main storyline. So basically, 20 years later, Gasback promises to ruin each of his ex-crewmates' lives, and he's successfully doing that over these past 20 years. And it's simply because of principle, not because he hates them personally. It's just the life they chose, and they decide to live it. Gasback realized that he isn't shit. He's a criminal, and that's all he'll ever be, and he wants his ex-comrades to feel the same way, but they don't. So, just not them seeing eye to eye is just a lot for this man to handle in the process. On the flip side, though, his ex-crewmates are well-established businessmen who contribute to the economy now. They're living lavish lifestyles, really living it up, having good lives. But Vashback is just coming there to take it away from on the simple fact that not even, like I said, not even to the fact that they betrayed him. It's the fact that you can't win in this game. Like I said, it's a really interesting play on the ideology of Gasback, because if he doesn't take away from those guys, somebody else will. That's what he believes. Nobody can win the game of life. It's only just going to be a big old tug of war between you and another player at some point or time. So now we're at the final stop of Gasback's revenge, and now he's facing Kane, the leader of his ex-comrades. Basically, he devised a plan to betray Gasback back in the day, and he's taking extra precautions and to prepare for Gasback and to pretty much save his life, save his fortune, everything he's worked for. And I honestly feel for this man, because just imagine you being on the run from the law for years on end, only to follow a deranged madman that puts everything you work so hard for, just throw it away, put it in the fire, just to do it all over again. It's insanity. Gasback is insane. So from Kane's perspective, he used a portion of his money to help fix up the town and become the mayor, becoming an important person, a person that's needed for the community, really venerable, upstanding citizen. And now he's about to be targeted by this deranged, psychopathic criminal. So much so that this man put up $5 billion double dollars in order to protect his legendary statue that the city created in his honor. And that's where the characters Millie Thompson and Meryl Streep come. They travel to the city called Mecca City, and they put an insurance plan on it. That's that's their job. Also, as throughout the years progressed, Gasback gained a bounty of $300 million double dollars. So he's hot stuff, similar to Vash the Stampede, who's also introduced as one of the bounty hunters who want to take him out. On the flip side, Gasback found Nicholas D. Wolfwood in the desert, and feeling that he owes him something, Wolfwood decides to be his bodyguard, but he won't actively participate in the robbery against Kane. So yeah, you guys, it's basically a play on relationships, play on coincidences and sequences, cause and effect. This show, this movie is basically Vash not learning his lesson. It's a lot of things, man. So that's a lot of enjoyable factors about it. Like I said, it seems like an extended, longer episode of a regular Trigun format. But yeah, it's pretty well, man. And yeah, even the animation, the art style, it's a lot crisper, not newer, sharper. You feel me? More modern. I honestly couldn't tell you how many times that I was just amazed by how clean and crisp and nice, like very, very sleekish everybody looked. And even this promotional poster I'm about to put on the screen, one of these frames, it looks like that, you feel me? So yeah, everything is looking nice. The sound design is very, very good too, you feel me? Typical Trigun shit if you've seen Trigun, but yeah, it's nice. It's accommodating for a lot. So yeah, man, if you really haven't sat down and you haven't watched this movie, just go ahead and watch it. There's a lot of things going on. No, let me take that back. It's very little going on. It's a one solid narrative which everybody's involved in. Everybody has their part. If you have a favorite character, even if you don't have a favorite character, you will at least learn something from each of the characters out here, Excuse my sloppiness and my general unprofessionalism, man, because damn, it's late as hell. I'm recording this video, but yeah, go out there, please watch this movie, man. This is worth your time. I'll give it a good B. It's a good, enjoyable time. It has no consequences or bearing on the main action, but you do get a little bit of insight on this villain, you feel me? Like perspectives play a big role in this anime and this franchise as a whole, because what we perceive as good and bad is never really the case. It's always a sense of good and evil, and I just love that. I really love that about Trigun. It always explores different minds and different ideals of different individuals, because everything's so situational, Well, that's really the end of the video right now. I know I'm doing a bit too much nowadays, and I think I'm going stagnant. I'm getting kind of lazy. I'm getting complacent. So I'm gonna go home this Thursday night, and I'm gonna switch it up, boy. I'm gonna make sure to come back with different editing style, different intro, and everything. Really just put that extra effort in, man. I thank you guys so much, man. We have 125 subscribers right now. All love, all peace, love, positivity. We keep growing, we keep going, man. Shout out Yugi Khan. Shout out my boy Khalik. Shout out my name Rosa. Shout out everybody. No cameras. Shout out all of you guys, man. I fuck with every one of you guys, man. Shout out my man Tommy Tsunami, man. Shout out everybody. It's all love from you guys, man. I'll catch you later, alright?